How you doing? Duff here. Today we're going to be doing another automotive maintenance project, this time changing the oil on my 2005 Chevy SSR. Nothing too exciting. Might also change the air filter. Doesn't look too bad, but I do have one. So let me get the tools down here and get started. Okay, the SSR, at least the 2005 and up models, have a Corvette motor, which they recommend only using Mobil 1 synthetic oil for. So that's all I've ever used, 5W30 weight. The filter I use for this is the Fram Extra Guard PH3506. I like the sure grip thing. It makes it easier to spin those in and take them out. And here is my air filter, Fram CA3914. Okay, the main tools I'm going to use for the job are an oil filter wrench, paper towels for cleanup, and my socket set. I already have the truck down there on a set of ramps. That's a prerequisite as well. And I'm going to use some of those temporary nitrile gloves to try to cut down on the amount of oil that gets all over me doing this job. I almost forgot, also a very important part of this project is the oil catch pan, which I have two of. You want to make sure to dispose of your oil responsibly. Typically when these fill up, I take them to the local Walmart. They'll take your used oil for free. There's a bunch of places that do that as well. AutoZone, they all do that kind of stuff. So make sure to capture your oil. Don't just like dump it in the grass or something. Here's another smart tool if you're going to be working underneath a vehicle. A pair of safety glasses. Don't want shit flying in your eyes. Okay, here's the oil drain plug. It's on the passenger side. You'll see the filter's right next to it. You also see that there's very little clearance for that filter because of the cross brace. So it takes a little bit of patience to get that out. So let me first get the oil plug out. Okay, that's a 13mm bolt. I just broke it loose. It's quite tight. So keep applying pressure as you back it out to minimize the oil that comes out. Just keep pushing in. Here it comes. Now it's loose. Pop it out. So you want to let that drain until just a couple drops coming out. Okay, that's enough of a trickle. I'm gonna put the bolt back in. Okay, bolt's back in. Have it tightened up. You don't want to over crank that thing because it's going to make it tough to loosen it up whenever your next oil changes. So next I'm going to try to get that oil filter broken loose. Just got my pliers in here. Give it a little squeeze. Give it a little turn. And there you go. Once you have it started, because of the grippy bottom, it's pretty easy to back it out the rest of the way. Okay, this can be a messy job. Another good reason for the gloves. Just back it out slowly. Make sure your oil pan is underneath. And then, okay, it's almost out. You gotta kind of do some creative angles to get this out because there's not much clearance. There we go. Bring it to the side. And drop it in your pan. And again, we're just going to let that fully drain as well. Okay, and your replacement filter, you want to get your finger, dip it in oil, and then just run it over this gasket. Just so you have a thin layer of oil on the gasket. It'll make it easier to remove. Help seal it up well as well. Okay, got the new gasket up there. The new oil filter. I just kind of used the same angle that I did to take it off, and I'm just spinning it to try to get it threaded. There we go. So I'm going to spin it hand tight. I'm going to wipe the oil off, and then I'm going to use my wrench to probably turn it another half turn or so. Again, you don't want to over tighten an oil filter. Okay, filter's back in. Now you just want to take one of your shop rags and wipe up the oil as best you can. don't want a bunch of oil on your undercarriage if you don't need to have it there. So I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to move back out from under the vehicle. Okay, like I mentioned, the SSR uses the Mobil 1 5W30 oil. In case you forget what type to put in here, let's put the cap. I would recommend using a funnel when you're adding oil to any car, really, just to minimize the chances of making a mess. And also a little pointer for tall people with an SSR: watch these corners of the hood. I've hit my head in those things more times than I can count. So always be careful when maneuvering around the corners of the hood. This takes somewhere around 6 quarts of oil. I have a jug of 5. I'm sorry. I have a 5-quart jug, which I'm going to add, and then I'm going to back it down and just top it off till I hit the 6 mark. Okay, obviously to accurately measure the oil level, I need to back it down off the ramp so the truck is level. So let's do that. Backup cam. Okay, let's check the oil. Okay, with the truck off the ramps, that's when the hood danger really comes into play. It's low, clearly within head banging range. The oil filter stick on the SSR is over here, right behind the oil fill area. So I'm gonna pull that out. Okay, you got 3 holes in the stick. The goal is to get it to the leftmost hole or top hole. That would be a proper fill. Okay, I'm just below the first hole, so I need to add at least a quart. Okay, added my oil. I'm actually slightly above that 3rd hole, which is fine. You don't want to dramatically overfill an engine, but being over by that much isn't going to hurt anything. So oil level is good to go. Okay, so there we go. I was thinking about changing my air filter, but I just checked my maintenance log, and I actually just replaced the air filter on this 3,000 miles ago, so it doesn't need it already. So that will conclude this automotive maintenance project: how to change the oil and oil filter on a 2005 Chevy SSR. Until next time. Oh, you know what? I forgot something. Okay, the SSR has an oil reminder gauge built into it. So whenever you change the oil, you're supposed to reset it, and then it tells you how much life you have left in your oil. So I don't know how accurate it is, but alright, so let's turn on the truck, and if you flip through the buttons, okay, just hit the gas thing. See, it says my engine oil life is 78%. So to clear that and to reset it, this button that looks like a little menu thing, you just press it and hold it and watch what happens. And that's not right. Okay. Maybe, right, maybe you just hold the gas button. This button. You hold some button. Damn it. It's not that one either. Okay, hold on. No one said this was a professional video. Okay. Then it must be this button, I think. Yeah, the enter button. You hold that and you'll see the screen clear. Okay, so here we go. Holding, holding, holding. For like 5 seconds, something like that. There we go. See? Engine oil life is now at 100%. So you're good for another 5,000 miles or whatever. Whatever you get with your, whatever you're comfortable with your synthetic motor oil. So now for real this time. I think that will conclude how to change oil in your 2005 Chevy SSR. Until next time, Duffman out.